So this is your Sidelying hip rotational series. The reason why we're doing these exercises is to improve hip mobility and to increase the strength of the musculature that support the hip. When I think about this, I think about walking. As you walk, your hips need to be able to rotate back and forth and do something different than what your upper body's doing. If your upper body and hips are doing the same thing, you start to move around like a brick or a refrigerator, and over time, that can make your back grumpy. So let's get into it. In order to do this exercise, you need a wall and a floor. So the setup is quite important. So first thing I'm going to do here is I want to keep my torso straight. I don't want to be arched backwards or too bent forward. Nice neutral position. From here, let's talk about our lower body. I would like to have a 90-degree bend in my hips and also in my knees. My feet should be super glued against the wall. They don't move one bit. I have 3 points of contact: my big toe knuckle, my fifth toe knuckle, and my heel. If this is not a comfortable position for you, just simply walk your feet further out until you feel like you can hang out here all day long. Now we're in a good position. I'm going to subtly tuck my hips and round them back, thinking about bringing my belt buckle to my belly button, but I don't want my abs to be working too hard. So from here, all I'm going to do is start this sliding type motion. So as I go, I'm going to bring my knee forward and then pull it back as far as I can. Bring that knee forward so it creates an overhang from my bottom knee, and then pull it all the way back. So now I have an underhang with my bottom knee sticking out. As we do this, we only want the motion coming from our hip. When we feel our low back start to kick on, you've gone a bit too far. These motions are not that big. As long as you create that overhang, you're good to go. So this is just the setup position with my knees and my feet together. Now we're going to make it a little bit more challenging with the following two exercises. So from here, I'm going to keep my knees together, but I'm going to walk my top foot up the wall as far as I can, as long as I keep my knees together, okay? Feet still super glued against the wall. I'm going to go through the same exact motion. Slide forward, slide back. Forward, back. Feet stay super glued against the wall. And over time, what you might feel here is the outside aspect of your hip, this top hip and the bottom hip for that matter, starting to work pretty darn hard. So this is called a scissor slide for internal rotation. And it's just it, same motion. Now we want to talk about the scissor slide for external rotation, and it's just the opposite. So I'm going to bring my feet together so they're touching, still super glued against the wall. I'm going to separate my knees a couple of inches apart. That's all we need. If we go too far, our foot comes off the wall, and now we're using our back as opposed to our hip. So again, just a couple of inches. Just get those knees separated, keeping the feet together. You're going to slide back and forth. Same concept as the previous two exercises. Over time, what you'll start to feel here is the bottom part of your glute, very specifically where your glute ends and where your hamstring begins. This is called your sit bone. It's going to feel like an absolute nasty burn if this exercise is for you. And just rolling back and forth just like the other two exercises. So this is your hip rotation series in Sidelying. That's how it's done.